We continue the Carolina Ford Dealers Locker Room Report with our visit courtside from head coach Frank Martin. Coach, a month ago in Knoxville, your team fell by 9. Today, against the same Tennessee Volunteers, you win by 26. What'd you guys do so well to execute offensively where a 9-point loss a month ago turned into a 26-point win tonight?
Well, obviously, you can argue the best guard in the league didn't play in Kevin Punter, and that's a huge difference for their basketball team. But by the same token, I don't want to take anything away from our guys. You know, I'm not the brightest guy in the world. It takes me a little while to figure stuff out sometimes, but I knew that zoning them was something that we needed to do a little bit more of, and than we did over there. And our guys played that zone real well. We were real active. We gave up a couple looks early. We tried our 3-2 zone and gave up some corner threes, so we went to the 2-3 zone, and we did a better job of guarding corners there.
52.5% for the game, 32 of 61. Seemed like you made a concerted effort right away, just like the Florida game, to feed the post, pound it inside. Why were you guys able to get such good looks where those points in the paint were available often, especially in that first half?
Oh, it's Andy, I said it after the Florida game. We've kind of gotten back to doing the things that made us a good basketball team, setting certain screens, posting up, and when guys are in there, you throw it to them and give our big guys credit. I've been hard on them for the last month, but for the last 7-8 days, they've re-engaged, and they've been real good, and, you know, we need them to rebound better. We're leaving Michael on an island expecting him to grab every defensive rebound. We need our other bigs to rebound better, but give those kids credit. They've battled, and coming down the stretch, they're playing well again.
A lot of guys had good nights. Let's begin in that first half of P.J. Dozier. No Marcus Stroman because of the flu-like symptoms. Also didn't have Ray Doby, Jarrell Holloman, your walk-on. John Reagan remains out with an illness. So without Marcus Stroman as that backup point guard, P.J. was going to be thrust into a more featured role than what we saw Saturday. Goes out and records a career high in assists in the first half against just one turnover. What'd he do so well?
PJ probably had his best 2 practices since October, the last 2 days. He was real good. Even if Marcus was here, PJ was going to get a lot of minutes today. He prepared real well, and that's a credit to him. He's a very young kid, very talented young man, unbelievable guy. He just absolutely loves our basketball team. I don't know if you pay attention, but when he's not in the game, he probably leads us in cheerleading on the sideline. It's you know, and he I don't want to say stepping away, but maybe that Florida game got him reinvigorated about, you know, some of the things that maybe he wasn't doing as well. But last 2 days, I'm just telling you, Andy, the last 2 days might have been his best 2 practices since October. That's how engaged and how competitive he was, and no surprise he comes out and plays well.
Double digits from Lamonis, Akevicius, and Mindaugas Kaitanis again. They reached double figures in the win over Florida. What have they done to get re-engaged well offensively these last couple of outings?
Yeah, they haven't done anything. I'm the one that decided to go back to what made those 2 guys real good players for us, and that means running the offense the way that we did it the whole first 3 months of the season, not the last 3 weeks previous to Florida. And we emphasize to our guys, when those guys are in there, throw them the basketball and give them credit. They're doing their jobs, and they've re-engaged, and offensively they've done a real good job as far as making the right decisions with the ball around the basket.
And then you were pounding the ball inside. Then tail end of the first half, Dwayne Notice starts to get engaged from three-point range, makes 4 threes, 15 in the first half. His ability to step out, stroke that three, what kinds of options does that give you offensively now that you had a guy who was starting to knock them down and force those closeouts and open up different angles on the floor?
Imagine that, Andy, the way it works. The ball went in there, and we've scored. So now people got to collapse. So now all of a sudden guys are getting step-in, wide-open shots from the perimeter. And, you know, Sindarius made one early in the game. Then Dwayne yesterday in practice was unconscious. I mean, he did not miss yesterday. I'm not one of those guys that usually says, well, if he didn't miss yesterday, that means he's going to make them today. But he didn't miss many today. The 2 he missed were dead on. They were just like in and out. And but he you know, Dwayne's a trooper. All those guys, and that's why, you know, I've shared publicly because I want folks to understand just how special those group of kids have been together for a while are. I told them after Missouri, you guys never cracked when we were in last place. Why are you going to crack now that we're a good basketball team? And they've re-engaged and are extremely excited about what they're doing. And, you know, we're down to 5 practices, 3 games. The middle school schedule, 5 practices, 3 games.
23-5 now, 10-5 in the SEC. All around, just a solid effort as you hold Tennessee to 34.9% shooting, 25% after halftime. Michael Carrera, 16 points, 10 rebounds. These double-doubles were just getting downright routine.
He just has a knack for chasing the ball off the rim. And, you know, and he took some good shots in the first half that didn't go down for him. And then I said this on television. In the past, I would have said, Mike, stop shooting the ball. But he's become so good at that for us. And he's so confident with that trail 3 or that left slot 3 that we have to let him kind of go when he's open. And that's part of coaching guys that make shots for you. Sometimes they're going to take shots that you're not real happy with, but you can't tell them don't shoot and then expect them to make shots and be aggressive. So he's gotten to that place as a player when he's open and he sees it, he feels pretty good about letting it go.
Snap a 7-game losing streak to Tennessee and Columbia, 15-1 at Colonial Life Arena this year, and in resounding fashion. 84-58 over the Volunteers. Frank will talk to you for Carolina Calls tomorrow night.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Our student body's off the charts, and our fans for showing up here for this late night madness that we had here today, phenomenal. We need them to sell this place out for Georgia. These seniors deserve our fans to pack this place for the last home game of their careers.
I think a lot of folks hear that loud and clear. Frank, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Head coach Frank Martin on the Carolina Ford Dealers Lock 'em Report. Our coverage continues after these words from Sansbury Eye Centers.